Hey folks, this is Sunday, September 6th, I think, 2020. Just a reminder, tomorrow Larry is going to start Operation Daisy Chain. Please invite as many people as possible to the program tomorrow. We have got to make sure President Trump gets reelected. And there are so many things that he is able to do in his second term that he has not done yet and he hasn't been able to do yet. Larry said, or this morning told me that William Barr is doing way more than we realize, and he's getting far more involved than is normal for the AG at this stage of an election campaign. So there are things happening behind the scenes. He said, don't listen to the stories that Durham has let Brennan and Comey and so on off the hook. He said those are lies being told by the Democrats. We had a conversation this morning for about half an hour. Which is probably the second time this year that's happened. I threw all kinds of things at him that people are worried about, talking about, from the vaccine to the fake news of COVID to frustration over what Durham isn't, what people think Durham's not doing, to what Trump is being blamed for. I mean, I went through a whole market list of things that I have heard a lot of discussion about on social media and with people that I watch on YouTube. And I asked him all kinds of things. I asked him about the monetary system. And I mean, I went through a huge list of things that I know many, if not most of us, are very concerned about. He said Trump is a billionaire. He does not buy into the global system. He is a nationalist. He said if the global system comes into being, he will lose his wealth just like everybody else. Do you really think that's what he wants to do? So people who are claiming he's part of the system need to wake up and realize that is a psyop being played on us. So we have got to get behind our president and his campaign and keep him in office because of what he can do next term. Okay, so Operation Daisy Chain, don't know where the name came from. Maybe something cute Larry created. The whole point of that is he is going to give us copy points, just something quick like a meme that we throw out every day. We don't want to just say Trump campaign meme for the day, because as soon as somebody sees that, they may think they've already seen it. So we have something new coming every single day that we are to post. Send it out in emails to everybody on your email list. Send it out on social media, everyone you've got. Very soon, the industrial buyers are going to crash the stock market. Very soon, they are going to crash the internet and shut it down because they do not want us getting our conservative message out. They do not want Trump being able to communicate with the people. The Trump campaign was counting on Fox News to help them, and Fox is turning against him, and that has left Trump's campaign in total shock. Now what do? Well, thank God for Larry's brain that works in an unusual way. He's coming up with some ideas, and he's got some way to try and get some of the information to, who needs to know. Larry had planned to go to the hospital today, Lisa, and he could not go because he has a $1,200 minimum he has to pay on his bill before they will allow him to come in and be seen. He's losing his voice right now. He's been working very hard. He's told you that he has friends in Washington that he works with. So he's been working very hard. I have no idea who he's working with. That is none of our business. But just know he, in spite of his health, in spite of his physical needs, is doing as much as he can. Now, I will tell you, I gave Larry $580 yesterday. We had money that came in through Western Union that I picked up. We had a couple checks that came in the mail. The check that came in the mail that I had somebody send to Larry's house in my name, with written out to me so that I could cash it, because Larry has no way to cash a check. So, but I wanted the check to go to Larry, so that Larry's house, so he knew that the money was his. And then I had some other people send money to me here, and I gave all that money to him yesterday, but it's only half of what he needed for this bill in order to be able to be seen this morning. So he's working really hard. He's losing his voice. So please pray that rest tonight is going to give him the strength to, he hasn't been talking for most of the year, hardly at all. Even when he's been on shows, it's been 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, maybe half an hour. He's not used to talking a full hour, let alone 6 hours straight. So he's exhausted, but he is determined that he is going to live through getting us through and keeping Trump in office, because of the things that he knows that Trump can do in his second term and is determined to do. So we have got to get focused, and we have got to put all our eggs in this basket and not be paying attention to all the other stories we're hearing. There are Democrats and rhinos who are feeding fake information to people. We have got to stay focused. Forget about the coronavirus and all that nonsense. Forget about the vaccine. We will get to the election before that thing is rolled out. So we have to focus on getting Trump through this election, okay? That is going to be our focus. So make sure you get as many people as possible to watch tomorrow. And he just called and said, would you go online and just remind people tomorrow's important. We're starting this program, Operation Daisy Chain, and we've got to be focused on working on that. It's going to just be a short little, just something that would catch your attention, that you could read real quickly, like a meme, like a sign you would put out front, like an advertising sign. 4 years ago, we talked about people putting signs out to promote Trump and then having a space in the middle of the sign for something that you changed every day, just like have a good day, but then that reminds people to read it, where you've got, Trump 2016. Well, we're going to do something similar to that now, but we want to have something new in a way, in a format that people will not look and say, oh, here she's throwing something new out again. I don't need to look at this. We're going to try and come up with something this evening about how to catch attention. So if you are somebody who's great with ideas, give me a call or text me and I'll call you back. I'm throwing my number up there. So sometime in the next hour, before 6 Central today, if you've got some ideas that we could talk about, give me a call and, throw some ideas at me. Throw some suggestions of things we could say. Okay, some meme ideas. I know we've seen plenty that pass around, and those are good things to do, but we've got our own thing to do with Operation Daisy Chain. So, all right. Thanks for being here. God bless you all, and we will talk tomorrow. And if you've got any ideas, you've got my number there. Give me a call. All right, bye.